bit of a conversation, and that's going to be, were people being too harsh on Phase 4 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe? I think that this is very true, and I don't think that the MCU should have gone the hate that it got. I think that it's something that the Marvel Cinematic Universe needs because they're in a rebuilding phase. If you remember, Endgame happens. Like, yeah, sure, we did get an epilogue in Far From Home, but as soon as we hit WandaVision and Falcon Winter Soldier and Loki and Black Widow and stuff, they've kind of hit the reset button, and so they're building up new characters and old characters with like Spider-Man and Shang-Chi and Eternals and that sort of stuff. So I think that it was a good direction to go. They experiment stuff like having sitcoms like Alec McBeal and stuff in the MCU. They had like normal action adventures. They had some like magic ones and stuff. So I thought it was a decent direction to go for after this epic story in the Infinity Saga. So, Dad, thoughts on Phase 4?
I thought Phase 4 was alright. There was a few dodgy parts to it, I think. Like, old mate, who played Captain America, was it Kurt Russell's son? In the TV series. Well,
yeah,
it was on Disney.
Falcon Winter Soldier, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was. I don't know, I thought he was a bit dodgy. But,
yeah.
But, I mean, but even that Jeremy Renner, though, like someone was saying to me the other day that they don't know how much acting he's going to do after he had that accident with the snowplow and he broke about 30 bones in his body.
Yeah, well, the weird thing is that he has a new Disney Plus series coming out, though.
What is it?
Like, it's literally called Renovations.
What's it about?
So, Renner, as in his last name, Renovations.
Yeah.
So it's him literally, like, renovating homes and stuff.
Well, that might be, yeah, but he's not doing stunts and stuff like that. It might be a bit different.
No, but you would think that that's a pretty dangerous thing after your freaking bones have crumbled.
Oh, maybe, but, I mean, that'll be, yeah, it's not as, I suppose, demanding on your body like some of this acting is where they do some of their stunts themselves. I don't know if Jeremy Renner has done all of his stunts himself.
Yeah, so, like, I mean, I guess what you could do is probably do we're going to get to this next, don't change the slide yet, but we're going to get to this next. They deep fake someone in Shazam Fury of the Gods. You could literally deep fake the stuntman to look like Jeremy Renner.
Yeah, no, you can, and yeah, that happens.
You could easily do that, and not de-age. That won't look like Jeremy Renner, but like just deep fake Jeremy Renner onto the stuntman, and as long as you get someone that looks like Jeremy Renner, then deep fake him on for the action scenes. I think that there is a way to do it.
Yeah. Oh, look, I think Phase 4 was fine. I enjoyed most of it. As I said, there was a few dodgy characters. But
characters, overall, yeah, but I don't think any of the movies and shows and themselves.
I thought the dodgy shows. I like the Winter, like Captain America and Winter Soldier,
Falcon and Winter Soldier.
So yeah, I didn't mind that.
Yeah.
That although it was Kurt Russell, the guy who played.
Yeah, that
Cat,
was kind of.
He was a bit odd, but I didn't necessarily like the Loki. I thought was just a bit bizarre.
Well, that one connects into Quantumania, so that was good that we saw that, because then when you watch Quantumania, like, oh, this actually makes sense.
Yeah.
So, no.
But over that, I mean, other than that, yeah, it's all been pretty good.
Because I didn't mind She-Hulk. I don't get why people hate She-Hulk. That's a bit bizarre to me. I like Love and Thunder. That one gets a bad rap, really badly, and I don't think it deserves all the bad rap. I think that Taika Waititi did a great job once again. Like, yeah, sure, you can debate if it's as good as Ragnarok or not, but I think it's just one of those things where it's just, you need to kind of expected that humour. You can't just go like, oh, like, there's some YouTubers that reacted to the trailer and was like, oh, this one's probably going to be the best Thor movie. Taika Waititi's coming back. It's going to bring the humour back. And then you then you see their reviews and it's just like, oh, I'm sick of the Taika Waititi shtick at this point. It's just like, then why the hell were you excited for when the trailer came out then?
Yeah, I think sometimes they overdo these, Jack. That's the problem. And they smash them out all the time. I mean, I don't mind a good superhero movie, but have we had too many of them? I don't know.
Like, sure, but that's a different argument.
And because there's different franchises, like you've got DC and you've got Marvel, and they compete against each other. Now you've got James Gunn going to DC. Yep, they'll probably pick up their ratings, and people will love the DC movies.
But you could debate the same. Like, you could also debate with like, not just Marvel and DC, but you could also put Ninja Turtles and Transformers and crap into that category.
Yeah, maybe, but they're not all the time, though. They're not all the time. You know, if it's a Marvel movie coming out, then it'll be a DC movie. Then it'll be another Marvel. Yeah, you might throw in a Transformer movie, but they're not as regular. You know, they're...
Well, yeah, I guess. It's just one of those things where it's like... Because people don't like Multiverse of Madness and Love and Thunder, and those are the two that I'm just like...
I didn't mind them. They were fine.
Because it's like, why the hell were you excited when the trailer came out? When you know that too many movies are coming out, then why were you excited for the trailer came out and then you're sick of the stick that Taika Waititi does with the movie? That's kind of...
Yeah. I mean, have a look at Star Wars, for example. Yep. You got... Back when I was a kid, you had the first three. Then they came out with the prequels later on. Like, a lot later on. And now
90s,
they've done
90s,
those. They've done those.
But even then, you can argue if they were cranking them out, because those, especially Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith, you could argue that those two, because those were like the early 2000s, and then you get to 2015, you have Force Awakens, and then
but they're the aside movies. They're
but then you have Rogue One, and then you have Last Jedi, then you go back to Solo, then you go back to Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, but they are.
Then you have all the series.
Yeah, you do, but that started back in the early 80s, Jack, or late 70s, whenever they started. You know, so it's taken a long time.
Yeah, but you could argue in DC too. The DC movie started in like the 60s.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that are we overcooking the superhero at the moment?
I mean, I guess.
I mean, there's a lot of them, and the population love them. The kids love them.
Because like you get the good ones. Like, yeah, sure, you might get like, you won't get a crap one in my opinion, but you'll get one that's less good than the other. But it's not.